Hi there, it's Polly here with the indomitable Mr. Snoots, and today we have support from our friend Blair, because trans, and because we've got an exciting announcement, and this sort of stuff excites sharks. I have a new role-playing game coming out. We're up on Backerkit, so at the moment there's a sign-up page out there for you to register interest. That's going to be up for 2 weeks, and then we officially launch on Backerkit. So it's called Stars and Sails, and this is one I've been wanting to do for a long time. So Stars and Sails is it's a science fiction swashbuckler game, but it is set in a wonderful universe of swashbuckling adventure. It's tall ships in space. So, drifting on the winds of the etherium, you will explore the star lanes, seek out strange alien worlds, pirate xebecs come lunging out of nebulas, laser cannon flash in the glittering darkness. This is a fun game. It's a game for all ages. So this is a role-playing game that's been designed for those of you who ever loved pirate movies, essentially. If you loved movies like Master and Commander and so on, this is that in space. If you ever saw the Disney movie Treasure Planet, and liked it, this is for you. So, in essence, what we've got is a game that is using a OSR-inspired system. Aha! Drinks. By the way, this is umeshicho, which is black plum wine, Japanese black plum wine. When I was a little kid, this is what I dreamed rum must taste like, otherwise pirates wouldn't be swilling it down. As an adult, yeah, definitely what I would be swilling down as a pirate. With a name like Kid, you better bet I spent a lot of time playing pirates as a kid. So anyway, the game uses a D20 system. It has its roots in old-style Dungeons and Dragons, and it uses a skill-based system. And there's a rather lovely game system for designing whatever kind of alien race you wish to be. You give yourselves quirks, tags, and abilities, and some subsequent failings and so on, so that you can make an alien that's got some powers. If you wish to be, you know, a strange tentacle thing, or a cool insect, or, you know, a beautifully spoken and but very agile feline ship captain, you know, you can do these sorts of things. And there's a ship-to-ship combat system in it, and there's also lovely rules for exploring star systems. So it takes its key on this from Old School Traveller, which had a lovely system for generating star sectors and so on. So we can do this. However, this system, not only can you create sector maps with ports and planets and so on to explore, but there is actually a terrain, a texture to space, because there are ongoing currents and winds of the etherium that drive ships through space. So it is easier to move, you know, downwind than tacking up against them. There are seasonal winds come back and forth. There are maelstroms that can swirl the currents around and round, and can get quite dangerous. So there is actually a terrain to space as you explore it. One thing I was always a huge fan of were star system design charts and tables in role-playing games. I was always a connoisseur of these because they could be such a good tool for creating things. However, I always found that, we always found that so many of these systems, they were very narrow. So Traveller, bless it, is just how wealthy is it? What's its tech level? And is it easy to sell, industrial merchandise here? It gave you no flavour. It didn't give you anything. There've been some others that have, given it a try with doing different star types and whatever. This game, the idea is always, what's the story? What's the story? What's this telling you? So the idea was to make a star system generator that you could use for unexplored systems. Obviously, you know, the umpire might want to put his ports and his civilized planets, but a way of generating newly explored star systems, and some of them are quite dangerous, some of them are quite puzzling, some of them are deeply interesting. So not only do we have ways of just generating the meat of a system, what's the stars, how difficult is it to navigate, other navigational hazards, what challenges face a crew, what tells your story as you explore, but also the planets that are down there. And if you come across places that have an alien race or races on there, it's got a little thing with generating their culture, how they interact with you, what their quirks and so on are. So you might come down and you might have generated a place that it has a series of ancient ruins from a forerunner civilization, but there is a arboreal civilization of small kind of insectoid creatures, and their quirks are these things are incredibly friendly, they're curious, and they have no sense of personal property whatsoever. So yeah, you can come down there and borrow their stuff, and also come on your ship and find that all the pots and pans are missing because they're shiny and these guys just wandered off with them. Or, you know, you can do the cultural taboos and things that might get you in trouble as you accidentally cross, you know, cultural lines and suddenly spark off the ire of the locals. There's also precursor civilizations and so on, so you can effectively do dungeons in space, either huge stations that are floating there filled with corridors and traps and treasures, ruins on planets, or of course derelict ships to explore. So this is a game of battling pirates in outer space. This is a game of exploring amazing labyrinths in ancient ruins on planets, of creeping through ancient jungles and just wondering what the hell those noises out there are. It's taverns, it's singing sea shanties, it's exploring derelict ships drifting around alien stars. This is rip-roaring good fun. As I said, this is designed both with an eye to veteran grizzled old players and younger players and young kids. The young kids, I think, will enjoy the easy system, will enjoy the fun and the pirate hooks and so on of it, with the fun of the space exploration. Veteran players have really enjoyed this game. The science of it, like any good sci-fi game, it establishes a baseline set of scientific conceits and sticks to it. So the science, in the context of the game, works fine. You know, don't worry about it. We've got some great artists aboard. Sloan Hange has done some of the initial art, and they have been very inspired by Treasure Planet. So we have some sort of Treasure Planet keyed themes to some of the initial art, but you know, we're moving on with a lot more artists. If our funding goes well, we will make this a very art-rich project. I'm hoping that we can run to like cutaways of starships. Now, some of the great ideas, hang on, Snoots wants his rum, and so do I. For the whole fundraiser, we have many kind of stretch goals in mind. So, things that I want to do. Obviously, we'd like to do figures for this, and that would be just enormously good fun. I would love to do not only ship plans for this as maps and so on, I would love to do card ship models, as in they've got multiple decks that you can stand on one another as operative part map, part model. I would love to do ship models for doing ship combats. Obviously, we'd like to do adventure modules as part of the stretch goals. It would be great to do star sectors, entire star sectors, as part of the stretch goals. The game does have like a little sample star sector and everything in it, but you know, I could do a whole campaign, much like the Lucani Drift game that I did for Starships and Spacemen, which was a massive whole region of galactic space to explore. I'd like to do something like that in this. So depending on the funding we get, you know, we'll see how far we get with all of these exciting stretch goals. This is a fun project. It's joyous, it's riotous, it's swashbuckling good fun, it's cutlasses and lasers, and it's mighty royal guards in breastplates and helmets. And remember, where there are tricorne hats, there's tricorne adventure. Arr! Second star to the right and straight until morning. Huzzah! This is a fun project. This is my first cooperation with Wizard Tower Games. Don has done a sterling job helping me set up all of this. He's working away now on getting this ready for production and getting ready for the whole Backerkit release. Wizard Tower have a great rep. They have a great history of getting material out there, and he's a great guy, and this company can absolutely deliver on its goals for releasing the both the digital PDF and print projects, and they've also got some really great hooks to with figure manufacturers and so on. So if we get stretch goals that allow us to do figures and models, then not a problem. These will be out, and we will hopefully be aiming to have this out in time for the convention that Wizard Tower Games will be running next April, WizardCon, I think. And so we should be able to get this thing on track for a release by then, I hope, if it all goes well. It's all written, it's all play tested, it's layout and art and so on that we need the funds for, and we need the that's where our time and our efforts will go to, plus of course any extra material that comes from extra stretch goals. I really hope you guys get on board with this. I haven't worked with Backerkit or anything before. I really hope we can get the interest and get this thing funded and get it out there. It's good old-fashioned fun gaming. This is for all of you who loved Errol Flynn swashbucklers, who watched Yellowbeard and had a good laugh, who loved the Seahawk and Captain Blood, Master and Commander, Treasure Planet. These are where I've drawn the inspiration from. They're quite literally in my blood. I come from a long line of seagoing, what should we say, entrepreneurs on every side of the family. Scottish pirates on one side and Breton privateers on the other. My ancestors never worked an honest day in their life, and I believe I am continuing that fine family tradition. So, anyway, Army Hearties, please do take a look at it. The link is right there in my description for this video, and I'll also pin it in the comments. Please have a look, and hopefully I will get to talk to you further as the game comes out and as we start getting our development done. Cheers, everybody. Arr. Arr. Cheers. He wants to push it. All right.